Hey everybody, it's Noodle Dog, and I'm packing up the house for now. I'm packing up any personal belongings that I may have, and I'm getting ready to move to my mother's for a little while. We had a lot happen last night. I should be pretty transparent about it. There will be no videos for the time being. Right now, as it stands, I'm in my living room. There's no AC, there's no lights, nothing like that. Right now, I am dealing with a lot. TLDR, last night, my grandmother was in the kitchen cooking, and she essentially used the pan I told her not to use that conducts heat really high and really quickly. And she had the stove turned up pretty high, and as a result, fire ensued. This is the extent of the damage over here. I'm gonna zoom it in so you can see it. This is the extent of the damage in my house right now. As you can see, you might notice that there's no stove. That's because the stove's outside. The stove is also melted. I can't actually show that because it's kind of in the back there. But point being, this is what it is for right now. I don't have control of what's happening. And the only way to keep that from going off again is to keep the power off for now. And while the house is livable for the time being, we can't really live in it because if we were to turn electricity back on, there's a good chance that either A, the microwave may start up and that would cause a secondary fire, and if they were to try to take the wiring, which is hardwired into the cabinets by the way, it would basically mean that there would be a second fire anyway, because the wires would try to turn it back on. It might spark and it might cause a jump, and the wood would catch on fire and we'd lose the whole house. So essentially what's going on is, we don't have any form of way to live here for now. Can't do videos, can't do art, well, can't do digital art. And right now, all I'm going to do is all I'm going to ask for is just for you guys to keep posted, because I'll hopefully be back home in a couple of weeks. I don't know how long it's going to be, but until then, I'm going to be at my mom's house. I'm going to be doing traditional art, and I might try to do some videos on that or something like that. We'll see what happens. Animation, stuff like that, any of my projects that I'm working on are currently postponed because I can't do anything with them at all. My pets are currently at the house. I haven't seen my cat in a little while, and I hope she's okay. But we can't do much, so. If it wasn't for the fact that we had a fire extinguisher in the house, we would basically have lost the entire house. And my grandmother almost used water to put out a grease fire. Never use water to put out a grease fire, because the water will cause the oil to spread, and it will catch even more violently, and it will cause an even worse fire, and more than likely you will not be able to save your house at that point. Get a fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher is actually back there. See it on the ground right there. It saved the house, basically. It wasn't for the fact that I learned how to use a fire extinguisher before, and it wasn't for the fact if we didn't have one, we basically would have lost everything. We would have lost everything that we would have ever worked on, anything I've ever done. We would have lost it all. So I'm happy that we are safe, and I'm happy that everything is going to be okay. But I've lost a significant amount of stuff, and I just want you guys to know, never set your stove too high if you're cooking, if you're frying, especially if you have plastic in the kitchen. This is what happens. Be very careful when you're in the kitchen. Cook reasonably, cook responsibly. Be safe in your kitchen. Be safe anywhere. And I will talk to you all another day. I don't know what else I'm going to do for the time being. I'm going to go look for my cat. She's outside more than likely. She wasn't in the house. And the reptiles are fine too. They're good. I just checked on them. They're drinking water right now. I got to feed them soon. But that's it. If you would like to keep posted on myself, go to my Twitter. Twitter is at NoodleDog with 2 zeros. And I will put the link in the description down below. If you would like to support in any way, I'd really appreciate just, liking the video, sharing, maybe watch some of my old videos. Maybe those might make you guys, happy or what have you. And if you can, I'm doing traditional sketches and whatnot. If you want one, they'll be on my Twitter page, and I'll put them as my pinned tweet. So give that a look. I really appreciate it, everybody. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys eventually. Stay safe in your homes. Cook responsibly.